Okay, so this is like the 6th time I've tried to make this video. Every time I go to try to do it, I for some reason don't press record. And so I've made 2 really great videos. And now, anyways, yeah. So, welcome guys. It's Ange the amputee here. I am a 6-time left leg amputee with multiple chronic illnesses. They had to go shorter and shorter on my leg. It doesn't mean that I have 6 legs, which I actually have been asked. Do you have 6 legs? How did you have 6 amputations? And no, I do not have 6 legs, but they did have to take off bone and tissue and continue to go up. So maybe an amputation revision. I don't know. I don't really care. All I know is what shorter and shorter, and each time it hurt. And I started from scratch. So anyways, I'm here to update you on what's going on and how things are going. So I'm super excited because I've been doing physical therapy and it's been going really good. That said, I did have a bout with influenza A, which was no fun, and that lasted about 2 weeks, so that was a pain. Excuse me. And then I also had, I've had a problem with a POTS flare for the last couple of weeks, and that is miserable. So POTS is actually an acronym. It stands for Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia Syndrome, and it's something that not a lot of people know about. It is something that is a sister condition to what I have, which is called classic Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and it's miserable. It affects the way that my blood circulates, it affects my blood pressure, it affects my heart rate, it affects the pressure that I get in my head. It can make me feel a lot of nausea. The only way that I feel better is when I'm laying down because the blood pools in my extremities and doesn't get to my head like it should. I have a type that's called, I have all 3 types. There's 3 of them. But the type that's been flaring is hyperandrogenergic POTS, which it's messing with my blood pressure. And my blood pressure's been very high. So I took it earlier today and it was 167 over 100, which is not good, as if anybody knows blood pressures. It's not good. And it's frustrating because I'm not overweight, I don't have any other like real health issues. It's just POTS related and Ehlers-Danlos related, dysautonomia related. So I'm on medication to fix that, which is great. And I've been able to kind of get that down, but as soon as that medicine runs out of my system, it goes right back up. And I'm dealing with all the symptoms all over again. I'm really struggling to get it to a balance. So that said, I've gone to my doctors and we have plans in place to improve it. So with my walking, it's been really great. I've had, unfortunately, I've shrunk a lot, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but because all of the swelling is going down, and the more that I use my leg, the smaller my stump gets. And so my liner is too big. But this has created a really severe case of bursitis on the end of my stump, which is very painful. If any of you have had bursitis before, you know it is not a good thing. So I've been trying to deal with that. My prosthetist got me a smaller liner, and Kurt, my physical therapist, has been really great. He helps me as he tracks my POTS and my Ehlers symptoms and also my prosthetic usage and my physical therapy for that, building the strength. I'm a complex patient, and so that's one of the reasons why I've really, really wanted to stay with Kurt. My friend Ginger actually set up a GoFundMe, and I'll put the link in the comments, because my insurance no longer covers my physical therapist, Kurt. Why? I have no idea. I've worked with him for 7 years, and it makes no sense why they all of a sudden just don't accept that insurance. But it is what it is, and so we're just navigating, and I'm going to utilize the time I have with him the very best that I can. I went into the prosthetist's office. They saw how much I had shrunk, and Peter, my prosthetist, who you've met also in a couple of these videos, he was able to make me a smaller socket. It's currently being made, so I will get to pick that up in like a week or so, and I'll take you guys with me when I do that. We'll go ahead and try it on and do all the things. it's a real process to get a socket that really fits and stays fitting for you. A lot of times that you have to go through multiple sockets before you have the one, and it just is what it is. So when I pick that up, I'll take you with me, like I said, and we'll try it on and we'll get her going. So, but I had gotten so small that I was using 15 stump socks to bulk up the inside. Otherwise, I was like sliding around inside the socket, and it's very dangerous because you can't balance when you're sliding around inside your socket. It needs to fit perfectly. So I do have footage of some of my physical therapy appointments, and I'm walking with a walker, and then we actually got to try using a wrist crutch, which has been really amazing. And honestly, like, I'm doing so good with it. I can't even believe it, truly. Like, I didn't think I would get to this point where I can actually function with it. I can't go very long for very far because I'm not super strong, and also because I do have issues with POTS and Ehlers-Danlos and dysautonomia and my other issues. So it's been kind of interesting to traverse multiple chronic illnesses with having the severity of my amputation and constantly having to redo and do things on that. I'm not complaining. I'm just like trying to take things one thing at a time and trying to make sense of what is going on and what needs addressed. And it can be kind of complex, but we're getting there. So I'm super excited about that. Anyways, I wanted to do a shout out to all of my rare disease homies. There's so many people out there who do have rare diseases. A rare disease is actually classified when 1 in 2,000 people have that disease. It is classified as rare. Now, my particular disease, classic Ehlers-Danlos, it's according to all of the statistics and the data, only 1 in every 40 to 60,000 people have what I have. So it is very rare to have classic Ehlers-Danlos, and it's genetic. It's something that I got from one or both of my parents. And because of that, I have all the sister conditions that I kind of talk about on here too, the gastroparesis and dysautonomia, POTS, MCAS, things like that. I can go more into detail. I think I'll do a little series on what each of those individual things are that I deal with on a daily basis. That way you guys can be educated, and also if you or a loved one suffer from any of these things, it may be something to take to your doctor and say, hey, you know, this is what I watched a YouTube video and this person deals with it, and could you check me for that? Because it really affects your quality of life. Anyways, so I'm going to just stop this right here. I'll be back after, but I'm going to put in my little physical therapy jaunt, and you guys can see how I'm doing, and I'll be back in a sec. So let's do it.
All right, so I'm Kurt. I'm Angie's physical therapist. Hello, everybody. This is a wonderful experience working with Angie. We're going to talk about the walker, the cane, and what the next steps are. So she was using the walker, but she is ready for the cane in regards to overall stability on the leg. She doesn't collapse when she has good left hand support. So that's what this cane right here, she puts it in the left side. Go ahead and start walking this way. Okay, we watch from behind and we see she's basically straight up and down when she's using the cane. If she was not, we would continue to use the walker with 2-hand support, but she's now got it down with 1-hand support. Okay, now we'll walk back. Just do 1 or 2 steps without the cane. Ready? Yeah. You can just hold it up. Just hold it a couple. That works. Okay. Now, you notice the little lean to the left. Okay, that's good. you can use the cane again. That little lean to the left ends up being a very difficult thing to walk with, rather. And that's the next phase of her rehab, is to learn to control the body in that side-to-side motion. And once she can control it better in that side-to-side motion in a single leg stance, then she'll be able to get back to using a cane and eventually working towards no hands. Go Angie.
How was that, guys? Check it out. I was totally walking with that one crutch. Like, that's the best I've ever done. And like I said, I can't do it for very long, and how great is Kurt? Kurt is amazing. He'll sit and he'll check my heart rate, he'll check my blood pressure, because you can't work with people who have really high blood pressure. It's just not safe when it's, like, for instance, earlier when my blood pressure was 167/100, you can't do physical therapy like that. It's extremely dangerous. So I had to get my blood pressure down before I can actually go and do anything. Luckily, I have medications and things that I'm using to try and get there. I'm trying to de-stress. Stress is a big thing. I'm a very big stressor. I come across as kind of a lighthearted, very chill person, but I tend to stress a lot, and I don't really realize how stressed I am because I just kind of dissociate from it. I ignore it. One thing that I should note, though, is ironically, people who have POTS are predisposed to a different level of stress. It's a norepinephrine dump that happens when people have POTS. Their adrenal system goes into overdrive because it's a dysautonomic function. So people a lot of times deal with high anxiety. They come off as high strung. They talk a lot, or they get nervous, or things like that. I'm all of those things. So and I'm not ashamed of it because I can't help it. You know, I just do the best I can, and hopefully I don't make anybody uncomfortable. I'm just out here trying to share my story and share some light and some love with everybody, because I know life is hard, and it's a dark and dreary world, so why not create something that's not dark and dreary? So I hope that you guys find that on my page. In no way is this a pity party. In fact, it's more of a celebratory party, because I'm making baby steps and I'm getting there, and I'm super excited. So I appreciate you guys being here. Again, the link to the GoFundMe, which is actually funding my physical therapy, I will leave it in the comments. It'll be in the pinned comment. If you'd like to donate, great. If not, that is totally fine. There's no obligation. It is actually enabling me to continue to pursue the things that I need, and I could not be more grateful. But above all, I'm grateful for you. I hope you're doing wonderful. You guys are all amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking my videos, and please like, subscribe, and please turn on the notifications. I've got a lot more to come. In fact, I'm super excited because as I start to do physical therapy more, we're going to take it and go on trails and do they're walking trails that are paved. But yeah, we've got some good things in the works, and I can take you with me. You can kind of see the wildlife and things around where I live. We live in a really beautiful place, and yeah, excited to show it off to you. I wish I could see where all of you guys live. It would just absolutely thrill me. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please find me on Instagram. My Instagram is its.ang.b. I'll post it at the end of this video, but I love it because people connect with me on there through DMs, and you know, I love to follow you guys' pages, and we can all just support each other. It's a great big community. So thanks for being part of the Ang fam. Super grateful, so grateful. Now I'm getting tongue-tied and I'm gonna get emotional, so I don't want to do that for you. But you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever time you're watching this, and take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.